Welcome to the Nerds Against Normality podcast. In a reference to our previous episode, Back to the Future, and if you haven't listened, I suggest you go back and catch up.
You cowards.
I'm the Ferrari Testarossa of the group. It's me, Stacey Wells.
That's the best car ever, I've heard.
He's got 3 wheels, he's slightly yellowed, and you can't trust anything that comes out of him. It's our Robin Reliant, Harry Wells.
Good afternoon.
Alright.
He's usually gone in 60 seconds. That's either when you've sent him a message or after a one-night stand.
You've taken my jokes!
I'll let you decide. It's Ben Sheridan.
Hi.
This week we're celebrating a very special birthday. Ben Sheridan's birthday.
I don't even know when your birthday is. I just got told to turn up and record.
It's Ben Sheridan's birthday, everyone.
Yes, it is. It's my birthday. I am older.
Okay, we'll leave it there.
Yeah, that's...
Any birthday celebrations? You bought yourself a Casio?
Yeah. Well, I ordered a keyboard and the watch turned up. So it's a little Casio joke for you there.
Very good.
Thank you.
Apart from that,
Any celebrations? No, nothing major. I'm just going to I'm working on my birthday. So...
Oh.
And I'm working nights.
So just to confirm, you haven't been fired because there was some sort of a social media post which indicated you no longer...
Yeah, it broke the internet.
Yeah.
A funny April Fool's joke, which I didn't do well at all.
We had so many messages about that.
I had people come up to me on set and ask me. They thought it was real. They went... So I got a message from someone saying, like, have you been sacked from the job? One of them I hadn't even started with yet. So... And I was
This
like,
is my last
No, that was just my so-called friend doing something.
Doing a funny.
Doing a funny.
Doing a little funny.
I hope you're proud of yourself.
I was pretty happy with it. I didn't tell you I was going to do it either.
No, and
I just woke up and chose violence.
A little bit of me was like, is that real? No. Well, a very happy birthday to you from us two. And
Thank you.
Just to celebrate, we've got some questions for you from our listeners.
Oh, how lovely.
Before we get into the questions, I'm just going to remind all of our listeners that we are going to review the film Gone in 60 Seconds. It was Ben's choice as it's his birthday week. So we will put a timestamp in the description so you know when to tune in for the review.
Also do a big noise.
You don't care about Ben's birthday.
No one.
Talking to you, Caroline.
So I'm going to kick things off.
Sure.
And I have a question. Now, you're going to have to strap yourself in for this question. It's from our previous podcast extraordinaire, Mr. Nathan
Not the
Broomfield.
Messiah.
Yeah. Mr. Nathan Broomfield.
Not the secret fourth host.
Okay, are you ready? Here we go. You have finally been given your big break and you are now directing your own movie. Brackets. See, you're not the deadweight everywhere. Brackets. Not only has your dream come true that you're directing your own movie, but also it's for the new Star Wars movie coming out in 2032. Unfortunately, there's been a rift in the space-time continuum and all universes are moulding into one. But that's not going to stop you from creating this movie, and you still need to get an all-star cast to hit those big box office numbers. Mm-hmm. You need a hero, a heroine, a main villain, a trusty sidekick companion, a form of transport, and the main type of weapons that will be used. But oh no, all Star Wars history has just been erased from existence.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
So it looks like you're going to have to do this from scratch.
So Nathan just basically just wants to make a franchise.
Just
Basically.
make a franchise.
Yeah.
Off you go.
Great. Okay, so this essentially isn't Star Wars. It's just like a new sci-fi thing.
Star Wars, but with a whole new different set of stuff.
Okay.
Without the characters from Star Wars.
The
or
weapons,
the set
or
from
the
Star Wars.
transport.
Anything from Star Wars.
Right. So it's got to be like War of the Stars.
War of the Stars.
Yeah.
Star Boys.
That's
That's what we're calling it, Star Boys. Okay, so what do we need? We need a hero. We need a male actor. Do we need a... You say a hero?
Ooh, went straight in there, didn't you? We need a male actor.
Well-
Oh, yeah, we need a male actor. What do you think I'm going to do? There's going to be female actor. Don't be stupid.
It's a hero and a heroine.
Okay.
Hero. Not a hero. Hero.
I'm sorry.
I blame
A
this.
hero.
You need a hero and a heroine. Okay, so I need a hero first.
And why is it Jason Statham?
Well, why wouldn't it be?
Bloody hell, lads. Gotta go save the bloody gags.
So, Jason BX-Win's been put double part.
No. Not on my fucking watch. You're directing
me.
it, so why wouldn't you just make a cast of all like the people you would like to work with? Fuck synergy. Just
Oh,
like,
yeah,
I'll have
yeah.
a good time.
Oh, okay.
with you,
Yeah, we'll just do
Scarlett
that then.
Johansson. I don't care. And
Did I
today,
just have Scarlett?
I didn't put you in the bikini. I mean, I did.
It's
Don't be
It's un-
such a sexist pig, Harry.
No, it's under the clothes.
Oh,
We
right.
just know she's wearing it because we asked her
Okay, great.
on set
I
loudly.
think she might turn you down.
Right, my hero is going to be Robert Pattinson.
Okay, why?
I did a little bit of work on the Batman. He's just really nice. I think he's really good.
Okay,
Just a very talented actor.
okay.
Heroin. I'm going to need 2 grams.
1 spoon. 3 lighters.
See that video. 2 grams of a spoon. Who would I want to work with?
You work in this industry, right? And the fact that you can only name one person that you'd want to work with says a lot about the industry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a real nightmare.
Up your game, people.
So-
Be nicer.
Oh, Halle Berry. I'd work with Halle Berry. Yeah, I'd work with Halle Berry again.
Okay, nice.
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 Yeah.
Yeah, a trusty sidekick companion.
Trusty sidekick companion. Does he have to be... Can he be VFX?
Sure.
Alright, just get like a CGI person voiced by Michael Caine.
Because why not?
Why then? Why not?
Would the CGI person just be like a cartoon person?
Be
or
like a
would they
robot. Be like Merv from Hitchhiker's Guide.
I would love to see BB-8 voiced by Michael Caine. We've got to take that starship down. Oh, bloody hell, mate. You're only supposed to blow the bloody doors off.
Okay, and your main villain.
My main villain would have to be some kind of... Do you remember the mouth of Sauron in Lord of the Rings?
I remember that.
Okay.
Yeah, like I just think that's a really cool design for anything. So,
So you just want the mouth of Sauron.
well, I like that design, but I want him to be... He's got a good mouth. It's
what you look for in
It's going to Robert Pattinson again.
What about Gary Oldman?
Dual role.
Gary Oldman, yes!
Oh.
Let's do Gary Oldman.
Because
And he's
quite
good as a villain.
villainous.
He would be
Yeah.
good. I think he could do a lot.
Would you make room for his sister, Little Mo? No, Big Mo. You'd have to make room for Big Mo. Come on, mate.
Big. Okay, so
Yeah!
Big
Just
Mo
do,
could
like-
be the sidekick companion.
Be the sidekick to the sidekick.
Sidekick to
Oh,
sidekick.
that's really low, isn't it?
Yeah.
Michael Caine and Big Mo from EastEnders. Well, you also need a form of transport and the main type of weapons that would be used.
Oh, I'd have Thunderbirds then.
Okay.
Which one?
All of them. I'd meld them all together.
A mega bird.
I'd make a big bird.
A big bird. Painted yellow.
It would be a Thunderbird 14. No, is that right?
For the listeners,
Yeah?
Ben just counted that on his fingers.
Yeah, 15.
Fuel economy would be through the roof.
Okay. Your type of weapon.
I can't use lightsabers or anything like that, so it'd have to be... I don't want to use swords. Wands.
Wands.
I'd use wands.
Space ones.
Which is basically like...
I'd use like the Harry Potter wands, because you could do a whole lore about like certain magical trees in the universe, but they don't have any magic, you just shiv them down to make a shank. That's what you do.
So a wooden stake.
Well, you say it like that, mate.
Michael Caine being like, bloody hell, he's got a shiv.
He's trying to stab me, mate.
Australian bloody poor blimey, mate. Michael's like, why have I got to do a bloody Australian accent?
Okay, good answers. Thank you, thank you. For the listeners, Ben will make that poster and he'll put it on the
come on,
socials.
Now that would be a good poster.
I'm going to go on to... I'm going to just use AI and type in the prompt, and whatever the first result is going to be it.
Okay,
It's going to be something
look
like that
forward to
thing.
that.
It's going to be horrific.
Okay, your next question comes in a voice note.
Hi Ben, it's April here, the younger of the 2 Smith sisters.
Hi, April.
And I have a birthday question for you for this week's pod episode. And my question is, which TV, film, book or game character is most like Stacey and Harry and yourself, in your opinion? And that's not which ones you'd like to be, but which ones are actually genuinely most like you.
You, Stacey, would be Hermione Granger. You are Hermione Granger.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. I think you're like... You can be like quite... You can push the boat out, but I also feel like you're such a stickler for the rules.
That's true. It's Wingardium Leviosa.
Yeah, exactly.
It's Hero.
Harry
sorry.
is... I think you're most like Vegeta.
Oh, that's quite a compliment.
Not
They never wins a
Cowboy.
fight.
Yeah, I think you'd be
The receding hairline, quite short,
Yeah.
angry. I can see the
A little
similarities.
bit. And I also think like he can go from 0 to 100 quite quickly. And if you listen to any other podcast we've ever done, starting to
I'm
pick up.
bottling a rant
I know.
as we
I
speak.
can see the aura coming off you. It's like those
Yeah,
heat, Matt. It's like
you're
those
lucky
heat
it's your
waves.
birthday episode because I really want to let rip, but I won't. It's your day.
Yep. I think it's I think I work with Vegeta and Hermione Granger personally.
Okay, and yourself?
Oh, you must have played this, Harry. Do you remember the Wii game which has got it's by the guy who did like Killer 7 and all that sort of stuff. Had the beam saber.
No more
in it.
heroes.
Yes, like Travis Touchdown, but less
Yeah.
cool.
Yep.
But far, far less cool. I think I'm like him. I'm just a bit sort of like, oh, I don't know what'll happen when it happens. He's got no idea what's going on half the time. It's mostly luck.
Okay.
And actually, like, if I remember right, he doesn't actually like succeed at the end of it very well. He sort of goes from worse to slightly less worse. So I'm like, yeah, it sounds very appropriate.
Does he do like really well in like quizzes and then just fails at the
No, I
final
think he's very
hurdle?
autistic.
Okay.
So,
We have another question from a previous guest, Mrs. Victoria Francis.
oh yeah, the episode that did really well.
Yeah, the one you
The good old
you
days.
remember. Which is, if you were going to make a film about the COVID pandemic, who would you have play Boris Johnson?
Who would have played Boris Johnson? Oh,
And what genre would you want it to be?
I've already done this.
Okay.
Yeah, I worked on a show that was about Boris Johnson in the COVID pandemic.
Can we watch this?
Yeah, it's on. It's called This Scepter Dial. It's on Sky Atlantic. So I've already done this. So Kenneth Branagh.
Well, shame on us for not...
Yeah, shame for you not doing your research.
Yeah.
As I said, I wasn't even aware it was your birthday.
So yeah, either Boris Johnson or it'd have to be, because he's playing everyone right now, Jack Black.
Oh, God.
Jack Black as Boris Johnson would be brilliant. Oh, why is this not a film?
You could do the happy
We're gonna
birthday.
do a lockdown.
Nice.
Couldn't remember
The greatest
the party
lockdown.
that I held no.
Okay, so the first question I've got is from Natalie, who I believe you work with in the film industry.
Yeah, she's a assistant script supervisor, very, very talented. Good friend of the show.
Very nice. So, she put in the Oscars Aftermath episode, you described Maddie as an excellent armourer, but Chris as your mate Chris. What's that about? From Anonymous.
Well, it's just very simple that Maddie's just a better armourer, really.
Well, there you go, Nat.
Next question.
What does Chris do? Is he also armour?
Chris is also really it's a very different. It's a very different. He's also adding a very legendary armourer in the UK.
Okay.
Like fantastic.
Not as good as Maddie, though.
Oh no, God.
No, who is?
Yeah, sleeps and bounds, mate.
Please keep listening, Chris, if you are listening.
Sorry, Chris. Sorry.
I would like you to set up a timer, please, Stacey, for this next question. Question is, how many Hot Fuzz quotes can you remember in 30 seconds? 3, 2, 1, go.
You and your monkey. Do you mean me or that? It's no, not catching them swans. Then it's just the one swan actually. Long, slender neck. He said it's deactivated. Do you know why we call them the Andes? This shit just got real. Yeah, mother hugger. You're a doctor. Deal with it. Have you got any ice cream? Do you want anything from the shop? Bollocks.
Time!
You're off the chain!
Oh no! I forgot that one. 13.
Can I just also recognise how great your accents were in all of that?
I was only doing my accent. This is all a fake voice.
So there you go. 13 was the
13.
last one. Yeah. And the last one from that. What's the worst film you've pretended to enjoy so you could get your end away? I mean, she said so you could have intercourse. I put a classy spin on it.
Of course. Oh, I don't know. That's a really good question. I don't know. I remember. I'll tell you what. Now I'll try and answer a different question for you. The weirdest film I've got my end away on was
During?
the Evil Dead remake.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
At what part?
Did it for you, did it?
Yeah.
I need a timestamp.
There are many timestamps. I don't remember. I remember getting to the point. Where I remember like finishing the first time when the my mum listens to this sometimes. I remember finishing the first time just as she got possessed. So one of the proudest moments. It wasn't.
That was 2 minutes into the film. God.
At least then you've got a whole film to watch.
Oh yeah. That's a good film. Yeah, it was good.
Well, thank you for that glorious answer.
Cheers, Nat. I'm now officially been cancelled from every job. Cheers, Nat. Cheers, Chris. Love you both.
This is from a listener, Tyler Meredith. One is a fuck, marry, kill scenario. Mm-hmm. Will Ferrell, Dick Van Dyke, or Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Oh, I'd marry Dick Van Dyke. I think he's lovely.
Plus close to death.
Yeah, and you
Yeah,
You wouldn't have many years of being bummed, would you?
sugar daddy.
You could rattle him about, I guess. Give him a good old go.
But where do
Schwarzenegger
you...
ain't going to let you do that.
That's why I think my next thing would be kill Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, he
because then
has to
I'd be able to say I'm the guy that killed Arnold Schwarzenegger. I'm the guy that killed the Terminator.
I don't think you have to kill him.
I think I'd give it a go.
Oh, you give it a go? Okay, fair enough.
I'd give it a really good go.
Would you borrow Dick Van Dyke's chimney sweep?
To then fuck Will Ferrell. Because that's how this is going.
Oh yeah, that's fuck Will Ferrell. Yeah, okay. I'll keep that. I'd fuck Will Ferrell because then I think the after talk, the pillow talk, would be quite funny.
Yeah. If he could reboot one franchise or do a new sequel, what would it be? Because there aren't enough reboots in the world.
I know. We've all had this question, haven't we?
We like this one. This is a regular.
If you could reboot one franchise, and it can't already have been rebooted.
No, maybe a more entertaining point would be looking at a new sequel. What's a film like Nosferatu 2? You'd love that, wouldn't you? You'd love that.
No, absolutely not.
Nosferatu.
Just 200.
This time it's personal.
Requiem.
Yes.
I think I'd love to either see reboots as like a huge film, either Thunderbirds, but I don't know, we already had that as an answer, or Captain Scarlet. Did you ever watch that?
Yeah.
But like, if James Gunn or something did it, so it really leaned into all the weird, like the crazy stuff where like they drive the car but they're facing the wrong way. Stuff. Do you remember that? No. I remember having the toy.
It's been a long time since I was a child, Ben.
I watched it last week. The car in that, it points that way, but you drive it from looking the other way, but from a TV screen. And I was like, what sort of Tesla shit is this? Yeah, I think it's one of that. Or if you got Trey Parker and Matt Stone to do it.
Oh, yes.
And they did it like Team America, but they did Captain Scarlet. I think that'd be so funny.
Right, so these are from our editor.
Mitch.
As a car lover, if you could have a car from any film or TV show as your own, what would it be? Bumblebee from Transformers.
I think it would actually be. I think it would just be Bumblebee.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's an old Camaro and I love it. And it's that. And to the point now, if you look at a yellow and black one, the colour scheme is called Bumblebee.
Yeah.
Like, that's just what it looks like now. Yeah, I think I'd have that. Or would I have the old one? Because he was a bug originally, wasn't he?
Yeah,
He was an
Volkswagen.
VW bug.
I thought you said he was a bugger originally.
He was a cheeky little chappy.
Oh my god! Oh, he's double parked!
What a wanker. He's been clamped.
Oh, you're back here, Bumblebee! He's running away!
Right, next question. If you had to describe your personality as one of the Avengers turds, whose turd would it be and why?
I've been waiting a week for you to answer.
I've already answered it. I think I know your answer.
Okay. It's going to be Hawkeye, isn't it?
It'd be Hawkeye.
I think that's...
Oh, I think it'd be like Loki because you're just full of mischievous lies.
Oh, yeah.
You agreed. You shouldn't agree.
Would have been nice. Would have been nice if you hadn't done the second part there.
So you're going Hawkeye.
If we're comparing,
imagine the accuracy of your poos.
If we're comparing,
you
like,
never have to wipe again.
if we're comparing, like,
You wouldn't have to flush. You could push it out with enough force to go down the bend.
but also you'd be able
This
to.
is such a male
But you'd
podcast.
be able to do it to the point, like, you know when it like goes.
I've run out of arrows. Don't worry.
But you know the bit when it's like so heavy, like the water comes back up and hits you right on there. He would be able to get it into himself, so it just clean himself out.
The human douche.
Yeah, this is a highbrow podcast.
It's probably the name you didn't want.
It's on the plaque. It's on that plaque in Hawkeye.
It used to be Hawkeye, now it's
The human
the
douche.
human dude.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are there any productions you worked on that you can tell us about where you were white knuckling, gritting your teeth, and mumbling under your breath? I wouldn't do it like that.
Oh, loads.
I was going to say, we kind of touched upon this when I asked you, like, if you get people that kind of go, nah, how would you? I wouldn't do it like that.
Oh, yeah, loads.
Nosferatu, I imagine.
Oh no, everything about that film's fantastic. And we also did a review of it. If you'd like to, please listen to it. Oh god, I'm trying to think back at everything I've like worked on. I did stints on Black Widow, but again, it's like one of those things I don't really know it until you see it.
Yeah.
Probably Boudica. I did a small film called Boudica, and I was watching it like this. I'm not a director, but I was like, I could have done this not better, but I could have done it differently, and you'd have not better results, different results. Yeah, probably that.
That was a very political answer.
That's
Yeah,
very political.
yeah,
Because there's some massive franchises I've worked on. I'm like, oh no.
Which one really is it?
I'll tell you after. Piss off everyone listening.
Redacted.
If you could work on the set of any film in history, which would it be?
Any film in history. I think episode 5 would have been really cool to work on.
Yeah, it would have been cool.
That would have been amazing to work on.
Going episode 5?
Or Apocalypse Now. Because
Very
Apocalypse
different
Now was a nightmare to film. But
And you want to be part of that?
Oh yeah, because then you'd be able to say like, yeah, I was on
I
that.
survived.
Yeah, I survived that.
Now,
Like,
would you be time travelling back in time as your current age and self?
yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I'm not exactly like youthful. So. I'll be fine. I fit right in. Yeah, apparently that the filming of that. If anyone wants to just have like a fun time, just read up how they've shot Apocalypse Now. And it's like a nightmare. But yeah, I think it'd be quite cool to do.
But then would you instantly transport back to today, or would you just live your life in the 1970s and we'll never see you again?
Quick fire questions. That's what I like about quick fire questions. They're so bloody quick.
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't get angry, I need to know the answer.
You don't see me much anyway, so I don't know if it'd be a little difference. No, I'd come back. I'd come back to... I'd finish the film, do the rap party, and then as I'm about to do the first line, I'd be like back here, I'm like, no!
So the headlines would be "Man disappears after working on Apocalypse Now."
I mean, no one's going to care that a runner or an AD disappeared on Apocalypse Now. No, that's
You
not.
probably wouldn't be the first.
No, that's not making headlines. Doesn't make headlines now.
How do you know?
I imagine this will have to be redacted. Have you ever slept with anyone famous?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Ladies,
Who do you
watch
have
out.
your eyes on?
Not
Halle
yet.
Berry.
Paddington Bear.
What TV show last made you cry? Or film? Or game? Or when you stubbed that toe up you one time?
When you turned up for this recording.
That's probably when I ate the hot chip.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah,
That's
mostly good. It wasn't the heat, it was just more the betrayal.
you did it to
The
yourself.
taste of loss. I don't remember. The last TV show that made me cry was probably... I don't know, I'm not much of a crier. I've got misty-eyed at, like... I've got misty-eyed at, like, sporting events.
Oh, okay.
So that does that count as TV?
I guess.
Yeah, so I've got misty-eyed at, like, certain, like, F1 events or, like, certain, like the Euros. When the Lionesses won, got a bit misty-eyed. That was probably something. Last film I cried at would have been maybe Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Oh, how come?
Just quite like the sad ending. It's very nice ending. It's a bittersweet ending. Oh, two films that weirdly make me teary, and I don't know why, because they're not like sad anything. Lord of the Rings always, for some reason, makes me like quite teary. But not in like a sobbing way, but just sort of like I'm there like, I feel things.
I did it.
And also weirdly Moana. I don't know why.
Moana is always a favourite of lads, I feel.
Moana, yeah, it just sort of gets me in the feels. Yeah, so like Lord of the Rings or like Moana get me in the feels.
Right. Next up, we've got your mum.
Oh no. When are you paying rent?
So it's not so much a question. She just would like you to describe one Xmas. You tried to drive his then girlfriend home, but was blocked in. So he attempted to move his sister's Fiat 500, which is a manual.
I don't remember exactly how it happened, but I just remember because I could reverse a manual car. That's absolutely fine. But I think I got the biting point wrong or something like that, and the engine just surged. That's the only way I can describe it. It didn't. Like, jamming on the brakes didn't do anything, hitting the handbrake didn't really do anything.
Of course it did, Ben.
I can guarantee you, and I managed to somehow wheel it, took out a plastic reindeer.
Yeah.
Yeah, took out the plastic reindeer, and I managed to collide the back of the Fiat 500 with a lamppost. Completely bent the thing out of shape. And
Where was this?
that was in the driveway.
Oh.
When you next, like, if you're ever like next around that area, I'll show you the arc I did. It's quite an impressive arc. And if I hadn't been in the Fiat 500, I would have ploughed into someone's living room. I mean, I lost like a stone in weight immediately because I shit myself.
So what did you do?
Just ran away. Just ran away, joined the army, didn't return for 6 years.
Because your mum says you woke everyone up.
Oh yeah, I would have.
Yeah,
I collided with a lamppost, and there was no way of hiding it. I couldn't just like quickly like put it back
out.
just walk it off. Yeah. What's quite funny is the neighbours then kept that plastic reindeer that had lost an antler in the collision, and they put it outside for about the next 4 years. So I had like this yearly reminder of what I'd done.
Your failings. Look what you did, you shit. Learn to reverse.
I was going to say as well, I dented the bumper. It wasn't like a write-off. Like I'd hit like the back.
Nobody
of it.
said right off, mate.
No,
We're all saying right off.
No, I mean it. Yeah, so it
I
wasn't...
would have put a bandage round the reindeer's antler just to make you feel bad.
And a tear.
Well, no, I had to kick it over. I couldn't have witnesses. Yeah, so that was probably one of the worst accidents I've ever had.
Was it more embarrassing, or was you shitting yourself?
Shitting myself.
Shitting
my
yourself.
sister's car.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It was my sister's car, I remember, so yeah.
Did she kick the shit out of you?
Came close.
Yeah.
Came close. Yeah. Did pay for it though. I was at Spoon still at the time.
Oh, was you?
Yeah. Just thought, if I ever mention this to Harry, he's never going to let it go.
And you're all right. Toby made me a bad cup of tea 8 years ago.
And you were right to do that. So yeah, that was probably it. I've just done stupid things. But we all have.
Well, I have some this or that just to reel us out.
North Tower.
Wheel us out. Okay, so I'm going to ask you 30 this or that questions.
Okay.
Quick fire answers, ready?
Sure, go.
Playlists or podcasts?
Podcasts.
Shoes or slippers?
Shoes.
Pork or beef?
Beef.
Swimming pool or beach?
Swimming pool.
Fruits or vegetables?
Veg.
Cats or dogs?
Look at this face. Look at that face. I'm now stroking my wife at this point.
Oh, you got it before me. I was like, don't talk to Stacey like that. Dogs.
Summer or winter?
Summer.
Salt or pepper?
Pepper.
Cash or cards?
Card.
Cookies or chips?
Cookies.
Soda or juice?
Soda.
Farm or city?
Farm.
Text or call?
Neither. Text.
New phone or new clothes?
New phone.
Black or white?
Black.
Driver or passenger?
Driver.
Laptop or tablet?
Laptop.
Comedy or horror?
Oh, good question. Comedy.
Beer or wine?
Beer.
Dine in or dine out?
Dine in.
Movies or TV shows?
Movies.
iOS or Android?
Android.
Waffles or pancakes?
Pancakes.
Rain or snow?
Rain.
Love or money?
Don't have neither. Mum. Love.
Ice or fire?
Fire.
Curly or straight?
Big pun. Straight.
Could be pubes, could be chips.
Could be either. Or both.
Oranges or apples?
Apples.
Sweet or salty?
Sweet.
And trucks or cars?
Cars.
And on that note, let's wheel into our review.
Let's wheel in.
Let's wheel in
Okay.
to Gone
Let's park
in
this
Si-
chat.
Let's park this chat. That's what I said.
And wheel into the review.
And wheel into the review. And Gone in 60 seconds. On with the review.
And with the review.
Vroom, vroom. Okay, due to copyright purposes, I'm going to attempt this.
Alright, let's go, guys. Let's go. Let's get in them cars, put it into first, put it back out of first, reverse it, hit a deer on the way over, jump into a lamppost, put it back into first, try and park it where you found it. Because much like me when that happened, I was gone in 60 seconds.
Nice.
Great.
Did you change that just enough so it wasn't copyrighted?
Yeah.
So Gone in 60 Seconds is it's just 2000. It's a 2000 film where, so it was just, that was 25 years ago now, which is really upsetting to me. But we'll move on. And this is a heist action comedy starring absolute hitters such as Nicolas Cage, the Angelina Jolie, Giovanni Ribisi, Christopher Eccleston, and a few other people. It was produced by Jerry Bruckheimer, who we know from Pirates of the Caribbean, and we know from Top Gun, and Top Gun Maverick, and also, probably in this era, I'm going to bring up this a lot, also the same year as Bad Boys and Bad Boys 2, which we've all seen.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Classics.
So, it was also directed by Dominic Sena, but never heard of him. Moving on. On a budget of...
See, there's a lot of fancy cars.
Think about this. A lot of cars.
And
it's Nicolas
quite
Cage.
stacked.
Huge cast.
Who stacked the cars or Nicolas Cage?
Both.
Both.
But no.
I've heard he's got a huge wang.
And I can confirm.
Stacked.
I can confirm.
Yeah, but how are his calves?
Nothing compared to the Winter Soldier.
No.
No.
On the calf,
on the Falcon.
Yeah, on the calf scale, Anthony Mackie's still at the top there.
Okay.
Right, I'm gonna go quite low. I'm gonna go for 55 mil.
55 million, Stacey.
I, Ben, am going to go for 55.5
Don't be
million.
that guy. Don't be that guy. Have a real guess.
That's my guess.
No, have a real guess.
That's what I said.
No. Go on then.
Both very, very close. 100 million.
I think I won that.
Annoyingly, you did. Only 54.5 mil off.
Yeah.
All right, and a box office return of...
I don't think it made that much money because they never made Gone in 100 seconds, did they? So, right. Come on, Harry.
Go on, 100 million. 2,000. Stacked cars.
240.
240.
Yeah.
Stace, if you say 240.5...
241 mil.
Oh, box office return of 237 mil.
Oh.
But this was...
That's a good guess, I thought.
Yep, but this was a box office failure for them.
Oh.
Because they added about 100 mil on for marketing. However, due to... so it lost a good amount of money, but due to Hollywood accounting, Disney, who literally distributed the film, wrote it down as a £212 million loss because of creative accounting, which is more than...
Oh, that's good. I'm really happy when big businesses do that.
Yeah, absolutely. Creative accounting, so they can actually get almost all of it back on tax.
Yeah, they needed a win.
Thanks, Disney. So, the plot is about, essentially, Nicolas Cage plays the most amazing version of Simpsons Hit and Run we've ever done, or would actually beat the opening level of Driver.
Nobody can.
No, are you sure? I've had to remember his name because for the longest time I've been calling him Malibu Raines, and it's not Malibu Raines, it's Memphis Raines.
I prefer Malibu.
So, Nicolas Cage is a former car thief who got out of the game 6 years ago, but his brother, being an idiot, had decided to steal...
Little Malibu.
Little Boo. Brilliant.
Little Boo.
Little Boo has been in big trouble.
Little Boo in big trouble. Now that's the sequel.
Little Boo in big trouble. Brilliant.
So Little Boo.
So Little Boo is part of a car thief gang, and then decides gets caught. Kind of gets caught, kind of doesn't. But all of the cars get raided, and he's fucked off. He's fucked up because he owes 50 cars to another person who owes 50 cars to another person. And Memphis Raines is brought in to be like, your brother, if you don't give me 50 cars in 3 days, I'm going to kill your brother and kill you and your mum. I know she works. And he's like...
It's like 50 card dominoes, isn't it?
Kind of is, yeah. Yeah. So obviously we start this in the best way possible. Two blokes stealing a Porsche 911, I think. And it starts in the best way possible. Two guys breaking into a Porsche dealership in the most high-tech way possible. Brick through window.
They call it the council estate technique.
You never know when you're going to need house brick.
For cars they're stealing, they're not very they don't look after them very well, do they?
Because he bottoms the thing out.
Yeah, I imagine the car is scratched to fuck.
Yeah, so starts that with the most amazing techno soundtrack I've ever heard. What did we think of the start? What did we think of
Little Boo is a big prick. The whole problem with that film starts because he's revving up to impress a girl.
Yeah, well, we've all been there.
Yeah. And then next thing you know, you've got police chasing you and helicopters. Fastest dispatch of a helicopter I've ever seen.
Which is strange because they're both wide.
I know. And then obviously they've been chased. And he directs them straight to the garage.
Oh, yeah.
Where all the other cars are.
Little Boo's a moron.
Yeah,
he's an absolute moron.
Yeah.
I think he knows it as well.
He plays that role well.
Can't cook.
He's a moron in Friends.
When he's
the same guy.
Yeah, Phoebe's brother. He looks really grubby as well. He's really sweaty and dirty, isn't he?
He's very.
But when he's in the car and it's being crushed, he's like, "Oh, fair enough."
He looks sweaty and grubby. That might be because this film is intensely orange.
It is
Bad Boys orange. It was the first thing
That's what I want my living room.
Bad Boys
orange, please.
He's and then Memphis Raines is busy teaching kids how to drive in a very intense way.
Yeah,
Far too intense.
I think his skills are wasted, and for all of our UK listeners, I think he should be teaching the Legoland driving school kids.
Let's see. Mm-hmm. That's a hot take. So you brought it up. There is so much of that. My God. So
I'm out of the game.
That's the first hour of this film. It's a 2-hour film. And it's just like, you're out of the game. I'm out of the game now.
I couldn't believe, this is going forward a little bit.
Go on.
We paused the film, didn't we? And I was like, well, they're getting the cars now. This has got to be the last half an hour. And I was like, holy fuck, we've still got an hour left of this film.
Halfway through.
Yeah. Because it's like you said, the first half of this film is montage of, I'm not going to do it, Big Boo.
and then Big Boo goes, he goes, "Meh, good, I'm in."
I have a couple of comments on his gang that he puts together.
Oh, yeah.
Firstly, Vinnie Jones doesn't talk until...
He's the best character in this film.
Spoilers, until the end of the film. I think the reason why he doesn't talk is because, as we know, whenever you see a British person in a film, you know they're the bad guy. And we saw Christopher Eccleston, and Harry went, well, he's going to be the bad guy then. And I went, no, he might not be because he's Northern. No, he is the bad guy. So I think they purposely didn't let Vinnie Jones talk because, you know, that
I think it's because it was fresh off of his football career and they were like, you can't really act yet.
Not yet.
So
You're getting there.
So you look hard and you do some stabbies and you set cars on fire.
And also when he's got the list of people that he's ringing round to help him out.
This isn't the day when you have to just call people.
I'm just going to read some of the names that we have in this film. We have Frankie Fish.
Yeah.
The Sphinx.
Fishy Frank.
Memphis is the main guy, as we've just said. And Spray. All I'm saying.
What was your nickname, B?
What's your Gone in 60 Seconds nickname?
Wet Wipe.
Oh, Wet Wipe.
Wet Wipe.
There's Wet Wipe there.
These are all nicknames that have gone out of control.
I wonder what Harry's would be.
The Rant.
What would yours be? Yours would be the Silencer.
Silent because he's never answers.
Yeah, that was the joke I was going to do. It'd be Nicolas Cage picks up the phone to me because he's really good.
And
he's not in. So he assembles his crew, and what are I understand this is 25 years ago, different time. Why would you put an Asian person driving and they literally turn to her and say, you can't drive? Why? As soon as I saw that, I went, Harry's going to pick up on this immediately.
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you just know they were like, oh, we need like someone funny. Like they're trying to cast around for that. It's like, oh, we need someone funny. Like who can't drive? Asian people.
But I like how they bring her back later in the film. You see her in the DVR.
Oh yeah, that is quite funny.
Yeah.
She's failed a test.
Yeah. But why?
So Nicolas Cage has his crew, apart from one person, Angelina Jolie, who's got the biggest baby face I've ever seen in one of her
What
films.
a pointless character.
Oh,
What does she do?
I agree.
I mean, this is going to be my big rant at the end of this. There's not a lot of them that do a lot.
No.
There's one character that does something.
She's the ultimate in I'm out of the game, I'm out of the game. And
No,
then when
no.
she turns, she goes, it's for little Boo, don't ask questions. Fair enough. We've made a 2-hour film
Do you know
with
who-
lots of filler.
Do you know
God
who's-
forbid we make some character development.
Also, do you know who his brother actually is?
No, she was there for the to kiss Nick Cage in the car.
Yeah, after her turnaround of want to save little Boo.
You know what you did see in this film that you don't see a lot of places?
Yeah.
Is that when they wrote down the names of the cars, originally, before they put it on the blackboard with the names of the girls and stuff, they wrote it in UV ink on a wall. Don't see that a lot, do you?
I thought that was quite clever.
That was quite cool.
Because also you would, I mean, I thought it was deliberate that he smashes the UV bowl, but then I was like, oh, no, it's just him being an idiot. So obviously we meet, Sway is Sway. You've got old guy, who's like one of the other parts of his crew, who is the only other useful one, who can just sort of give that, who basically lets him hang out in his shop.
Yeah, and he
That's
also
it.
has the contacts, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's useful.
I kind of realised once he brought in his side of the crew as well, because he and his brother don't get on very well, or like Memphis, Malibu's just trying to look after Little Boo. Little Boo's trying to make his own way in life, and Malibu's like, you're in the game.
I don't understand how his breakfast went so wrong, because he looked like he was just
Because he poured
frying.
a fuck ton of salt on it,
Oh,
and
was that what it
beer.
was? Oh yeah.
Actually, until he poured the salt, I was on board.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh, no, I've had beer back chicken, that's all right. You mean shove a beer can up his arse? That's what beer back chicken is. Shove a beer can up his arse, and then you kill it.
I was going to say, dead or alive.
Bon appetit.
I don't understand vegans. Why do they have such offence to our ways?
Why have we got such a problem with this?
And also the irony, because he goes straight from that scene where his brother set fire to the kitchen to see his mum in the cafe, and the name of the cafe is Quality.
Is it?
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Like you say, they enter the cafe.
All the time. It's just like, the game, Nicolas Cage is like, I'm like, I can't hear you. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, that's another guy that's in it. Transformers Man. He's one of the cops.
Do you mean Timothy Oliphant?
If you say so.
He's not in Transformers. You're thinking of the Special Forces guy.
That is him.
It's not him.
That's him.
That's not him. There you go. Timothy Oliphant is Detective Drycoff. Detective Drycoff.
No, it's not.
The character names in this are spectacular.
Yeah, and then you got Detective Drycoff, and then his partner, Detective Roland Wetsneeze.
No, it's not.
It's not. It's Castleback.
So anyway, he gets his crew, and they're like,
Gets his crew,
"You
and they-
son of a bitch."
I'm in.
Yeah,
And then
they're
they've
all
got to steal, the big thing, they have to steal 50 cars. They go out and they start surveying all these cars, and they've got 2 detectives on their back. They've got not Transformers Man, Detective Dry Cough. They've got Detective Wet Sneeze.
a little booze on the side.
Dry Cough and Wet Sneeze at your service.
It's actually quite stressful thinking of all these names. Yeah. This has to be the precursor for Fast and Furious, right?
I'll get to that. I'll get to that. Just sort
They're
of
very
like,
similar vibe.
Sort of like the impact this film might have had on like the next couple of years, really. Now, obviously, when they're doing all the surveying, I'm not. So for the podcast, I'm not much of a car guy. Harry and Stacey are. So from now on, I'm going to be deferring to you two for the car make and models, if that's okay.
Yeah,
of course.
You crack on, mate.
All right. So what's the big one that he wants, Eleanor, which of course Harry is a
Car.
Okay, great.
A Ford Mondeo, yeah.
Ford Mondeo. God, that's the British version of this. It's the British version of this film, isn't it? We've got to steal 50 cars. A Seat Leon, Toyota Aygo, Toyota Yaris,
Renault Picasso.
Renault Picasso, a second Renault Picasso.
The one that they steal that caused me the most laughter was the one where they're trying to get it off someone's drive with the two couple that are essentially about to have sex on the balcony.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Overlooking the car.
Which is, of course, Stacey a
Fiat Pinto.
Yes, that's got it in one. It's a Fiat Pinto.
There is a lot of car sexualness in this film, much to how I imagine you.
I mean, I'll be honest, lads. I was rock hard throughout the entire film.
One of my questions
Still am.
was, did this film kind of spark the fetish for cars?
Is this where your fetish started?
It's sparked fetish for certain types of cars. Because when he was doing the bit with Eleanor, the Shelby GT500.
That's what I said.
Yeah, that's exactly what you said. And he's like stroking it, and the point at me went, he's fucked cars.
Yeah, he's one of those weirdos that tries to marry.
Little Bill has walked in on it, but he's been balls deep in the exhaust.
Rev it, man! Rev it! Rev it, little woman!
Oh no, there's been a misfire! Anyway, so talking about Nicolas Cage being balls deep in the exhaust.
Yeah.
He's also a right cocky shit.
He is alright.
He's not cool. I think he thinks he's really cool. But
mean-
no one has told him he's not cool.
But, like, this is the kind of cocky shit that Arnold Schwarzenegger can get away with saying.
But not Nicolas Cage.
But
And I like Nicolas Cage. I think he's really good in everything, genuinely.
is that not, like, what he's known for now?
He's very National Treasure in this. That was before National Treasure. He got National Treasure from this, but he's just sort of like...
Why? Because it made no money. We hate money. We love tax write-offs.
Well, he's just there,
Nick
like,
Cage, get on.
He's just there with the coppers and he's just like standing there, like with his hands in his pocket, like being really nonchalant. And the guy, Wet Sneeze, says to him, like, can you at least just take your glasses off so you can look at me properly? He's like, fine. Oh god.
He does show he's clever though. Like, so in the cafe when the other gang are like tailing them a bit and waiting for them outside and taunting them and stuff, and he manages to like ram a car into.
Well, yeah,
them
he gets
and
the truck and the trailers to pull away the front end of the.
Oh my word. Ford KA.
It's a Ford KA, correct. You guys are nailing this.
We're running out of cars to name.
I've got another one.
So they get to 12 hours before they got to make the drop. They got to steal 50 cars in one night. I would say you're cutting it a bit fine. I mean, you would at least have started stealing some of those cars before, I would have thought. And I know he says, well, if we do it in one night, they can't raise the alarm quick enough. I was like, yeah, but like 16 hours before, you could do that. As the sun's going down, you could take like 4 of them. It's going to save you a bit of time.
If you're on the end of that 911 call and you're every 10 seconds getting my car's gone missing, I think you might raise an alarm.
I do like the warehouse where they find all the supercars they start with, and I love how he finds out where that is.
Oh, when he's really flamboyant.
Oh,
being like,
so
I
funny.
just want the best Ferrari.
Oh, that's great. My name's also Roger.
And I've literally written here, he says, 2 Rogers don't make a right.
That is true.
Such a line.
But they do make a Roger.
Now let me get that exhaust pipe.
Right, so starts the garage and they all steal the first few supercars. which are, I think there's 6 of them.
Ferraris?
What was one of them?
Testarossa.
A Testarossa! Well, of course you knew that anyway. So
I saw it. I
so
know.
I'm so excited.
I was like, that's my car.
Yeah, absolutely. And then they get through most of them, almost all of them. There's a few the balcony bit is one moment, and then also the cops are onto them in some.
The cops have tracked 3. They've got haven't they? They've got 3 that they know they're going to try and jump.
Yeah,
and they rob cars from the police car lot.
Yeah, the impound lot. I remember that bit now. I remember the transponder keys, and then I remember the final car he nicks because he correctly figures out the last car he's going to try and nick is going to be that
Hyundai i10.
The Hyundai i10, yes, absolutely. But I did just say earlier it was a Shelby GT500.
I was listening.
Oh yeah, of course. I meant the Hyundai i10 variant of the Shelby GT500.
Yeah, or Hyundai, should I say?
Hyundai, sorry. Anyway, the hero of this story goes over and in my head, I remember this being a lot more of a thrilling car chase.
This is where I fell asleep.
Is it? No! Harry!
Yeah. So,
stop spoiling it.
It's so entertaining. I fell asleep.
Oh no.
Yeah. I woke up at parts. I was like, why is Nicolas Cage hanging from a vent? Fell back asleep. Oh, he's killed Christopher Eccleston. That's good. He saved Wet Wipe Cop. What's his name? Wet Sneeze?
Wet Sneeze.
Wet Sneeze. He saved Wet Sneeze.
He did save Wet Sneeze.
And then they all had,
Wet Wipe's here with us.
They had a lovely 60-second montage with him driving in the rusty car that his brother bought.
My favourite thing about that car chase is when he pulls up at the end and he's like, and he has a proper Harry style rant where he's like, what do you want from me? I've been up all night. I'm fucking tired. I'm here like 10 minutes late.
Also, it's not actually said it's said in, I don't know if it's ever established, but he's getting paid 200 grand to steal 50 cars.
Oh, is he getting paid for it?
Well, his brother was getting
deal.
paid the 200 grand to nick 50 cars. That is a terrible deal. But it's not like the actual market value of them.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, he might as well just steal them and sell them.
Yeah. I mean, he says it in like, if you try and nick them, I'll just like track you down. It's like, how? How will you do that?
I'll be gone in 60 seconds.
That's what you should have said that, actually.
Yeah.
What is going on with Christopher Eccleston, right? He's giving off bad guy vibes. He's English.
Yeah.
Get all that crap, right? And then he's just like, let me take you on this tour of my wooden venture. And he's like, here is a chair that I've made. This is a nice chair. And he's like, do you know what else I made? A full-blown coffin. Opens it with padding. And I'm like, maybe you should spend more time robbing cars instead of making fucking coffins. Maybe you'd get some more cars. Let's just pause it right there.
I'm going to pause it right here.
Because I'd like to see how long it takes to make a coffin.
Okay.
Well, fair enough.
Yeah.
A traditional coffin can be made in 2 to 4 days. That wasn't traditional though, was it? It had all the padding.
That had padding and handles.
It was good. Nice. I'm going to say 5 days.
I do not have...
That's commitment.
I can't afford that kind of coffin. I would not be able to afford that kind of coffin.
We'll put a plea out to the listeners for you.
Assuming...
Polystyrene. Spray paint it.
With the packing peanuts.
Yeah.
That you get in like parcels.
We'll put you in a smart car and we'll just, put you in the sea. That's what you would have wanted.
I want a Viking burial in a smart car. I want to be in the driveway in the smart car like that, and you just sort of fire an arrow into it.
Okay,
we can make that happen.
And I want the last words I ever, because I'll be kind of on the way out by this point.
Okay, you're not fully dead.
No, I've got to unlock the car.
Okay.
I want the last words I ever hear to be.
No one else can unlock the car.
Only me.
Oh, okay.
Only me.
Like, Ben, can you just get into this car, please?
Why? No reason.
If you could leave it unlocked.
And in my last will, I want the last words I ever hear to be banter.
Anyway, yeah, so Chris Ferguson, bad guy, blah, blah, blah.
Just boring, nothing in it. He has even admitted like he just needed the money.
He's not really in it. He's not in it.
No.
He's in it for a scene in the beginning.
Yeah, scene at the end. He has come out and just said like it is a fucking awful job I did on that. It's just a fucking awful film. I disagree with you, Christopher Eccleston, but that's just my opinion.
Has he been in anything before this though?
He was up and coming at the time.
Yeah, because he was so young in it. It looks so.
I mean, a few
young.
years later, he then went on to be Doctor Who. So this was just before that.
Based off this film.
They saw that and they was like, I see the next time.
I see Doctor.
They were like, can you whittle a TARDIS?
You work with wood in this film, and the TARDIS is made of wood.
Okay, so coming in before we rip it to pieces.
We're not going to rip it to pieces.
Do you approve it?
Let's move on. No.
You don't approve? It's your birthday, Pete. Really?
You know what? No, I'm being too harsh on it. I do, but only, I think it's more because of the car factor and the fact I unapologetically love Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
Like, I think he's just fucking brilliant. Everyone else is just completely wasted in this, and it's so 2000s. Everything's like got a weird filter over it. It's got the techno. It's got the weird quick cuts. It's just weird. Such a weird time capsule. Go on. How did you two find it?
I've got mixed feelings about this film.
Do you?
On one hand, it was quite unnecessarily long. It was really cheesy in places. Some of it has aged. But on the other hand, the cheesiness was really good. I really enjoyed it. It was a bit of a switch your brain off kind of film. It was like a classic 2000s action film, and it like kind of incorporated everything that you love from that era in it. So
Yeah.
I would actually approve it.
Yes!
Fucking hell. Oh my lord.
Go on. And Harry, well, there's no reason to say what you do. He's approved it as well. So moving on.
This is
Go
a
on.
shocking film. You can't recommend this film to anyone.
I can
You
recommend
can't
it to some. I recommend it to you
can't.
too.
I know. I hate you for it. I deleted you off my phone for 3 days after we watched this.
I mean, I wouldn't have noticed.
That's true. As Nicolas Cage said, I'm out of the game.
Oh. So
You're approving it.
Not approving
you've
it.
parked the car.
It's terrible.
You parked it.
It's terrible. I fell asleep.
I know. But
Come on.
You were really cosy at the time, though.
I was super cozy.
I know, but like you falling asleep in film doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad film. You were falling asleep in some like we watched a lot of films together. I've seen you fall asleep in like quite intense horror films before.
Very old. Worn down.
It was 5 years ago, Harry.
I do just want to say that we haven't touched on Vinnie Jones's speech at the end. What are your thoughts on that?
Love it.
Oh, I think
It's not
Vinnie
my
Jones
favourite.
should be in everything.
Yeah,
I think he's
Yeah,
a brilliant
yeah.
actor.
I agree.
I love the fact that that was his only line and it was a bit questionable.
More of that,
He
please.
does a lot of not talking in films because he did. Have you seen a film called Midnight Meat Train?
Yeah, in incognito mode.
I've not seen that film.
He's quite good in it. I think Vinnie Jones does his best acting when he's not talking.
Yeah, oh, he was good in The Gentleman.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he was great in The Gentleman.
Yeah. Okay.
So it somehow gets fucking approved. We approve everything. We approve anything. I'd like to get into a little bit, right? A little bit.
Okay.
And I'd like to call this bit Fuck Reddit, right? So I thought, you know what? I'll go to Reddit. And I went to like comedy threads and I went to the forums,
Yeah.
comedy forums. And I put, so I'm doing a podcast review this week, in brackets, Nerds Against Normality, plug.
Of
You
course.
put this on Reddit?
Yep. You can look this up right now.
You can find it. I'm going to find it.
Of the craptastic Gone in 60 Seconds movie with Nicolas Cage. As a segment, I want to do a bit where I reel off funny things that go in 60 seconds and thought some people here may want to help out. To give you some inspiration, I have stuff like this lined up, and I was going to put my dad after I was delivered. My mum's sobriety every morning. Leonardo DiCaprio after a woman turns 21. Fidget spinners being trendy. That sort of stuff, light-hearted stuff. And I put, it can be offensive or playful, I don't really care. I'm pretty thick-skinned, but yeah, feel free to chime in.
Right.
So the thing is
my
with the
God.
internet, it's nice and friendly.
Yeah,
So
of course.
I got such responses as, I lost interest in your post in way less than 60 seconds. To which I responded to, I'll try and work that one in, but it may be a struggle. Another person put, our interest in helping you.
Oh,
And then with a picture of old man Nick Cage. I appreciated the picture.
that's fair.
Thank you, Planet Landon. And then I put, another person kindly put, your audience after the first joke. And that today is fuck you, Reddit.
It's not often I do a call to action, but all of our listeners, please, dox these people.
Was one of them written by Affleck_B?
That was the first comment. So, in terms of trivia, I've got the big car in this is Eleanor. There were 7 Eleanor replicas made for this film because that actually, as a car, isn't the body is real. but they've added things to it. So that's not an original Shelby GT500.
Oh.
So things like the fin at the back and all that, they were made for the film. And because of that shape can now be bought, and it's called the Eleanor because of this film. So you can actually buy that. And I would love, if anyone's listening, I would love one. There were 7 made for the film. 5 were totaled because of the stunt work. 2 were kept. One of them,
Nick Cage.
Nick Cage has one.
Yeah.
And Jerry Bruckheimer, the producer, has one. Nick Cage apparently still takes this out for joyrides.
Nice.
While Jerry Bruckheimer is afraid of driving his. The name of Christopher Eccleston's character is Raymond Calitri, which is in play on the words of H.B. Halicki, who directed the original Gone in 60 Seconds. Did you know it was a remake?
No.
What?
There is an original... I didn't know this. So there's a 1974 film called Gone in 60 Seconds, which is and this is a remake of that film.
Is Michael Caine in that film?
No, Nicolas Cage is somehow still in It's the same character from The Italian Job. I got off the bus.
Bloody hell.
Again, he's Australian again.
It's Gone in 60 seconds.
Let's get down to the track, mate.
But what I thought I'd do, even though you've done it already,
Name all the cars.
I'm going to name every car. And I'm going to do it in 60 seconds. Before we do, did you know, because they're all named after females, you know you've got one?
Yep. It comes up in the film.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it is
Me personally. They
I
gifted it.
mean, I don't want to say what it is. Called a Chevrolet Corvette Big Block. So that is now actually your new name in my phone is Big Block. Big Block Wet Wipe.
That's my nickname.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay,
are you ready?
we're ready.
3, 2, 1.
Aston Martin DB7, Aston Martin DB1, Bentley Arnage, Bentley Azure, Bentley Continental, Cadillac Eldorado, Cadillac Eldorado Bruin, Cadillac Escalade, Cadillac Eldorado STS, Cadillac Chevrolet Bel Air Convertible, Chevrolet Camaro ZT8, Chevrolet Corvette, a Chevrolet Corvette Stingray Big Block, aka Stacy, 2000 Ford F350, Tommaso Pantera, Dodge Daytona, a Dodge Viper, a Ferrari 355, a Ferrari 355 F1, a Ferrari 265 GTB1, a Ferrari 550 Maranello, a Ferrari Testarossa, a Ford T-Bird, GMC Yukon, a Humvee 2-door pickup, Infiniti Q45, Jaguar XJ220, Jaguar XK8 Coupe, Lamborghini LMS SUV, a Lexus LS400, a Lincoln Navigator, a stuffed toy, Mercedes-Benz. Fuck! Oh no, I'm still going! Mercedes-Benz 300, Mercedes-Benz CL500, Mercedes-Benz S600, Mercedes-Benz SL600, Custom Throw Runner, GTA 4, 996, Dodge, Porsche Boxer, Porsche Speedster, Porsche 955, Porsche 911, Rolls Royce Stretch, Shelby GT500 Mustang GT500, Toyota Land Cruiser 200 Super Coupe, and a Volvo Turbo Wagon!
Oh, just.
The vein in your head is about to explode.
Oh dear.
Well,
You did sound like the most horrible salesperson ever.
you sounded
Now
like,
when you get to a free price.
yeah, like you're in a marketplace.
I'm not going to get to the Go Walk absolutely free! So, I mean, you asked me earlier, did this start by, like, love of cars? I would say no, because I was watching F1 before this, but this definitely helped.
Yeah.
To answer the question, did this start a bit of a craze? Yeah. It kind of did, because a year later, Fast and Furious came out.
Is that when the first one came out?
2001. We're still making
Let
them.
that franchise die.
I know, mate, I know. And then 2 years after that, Need for Speed Underground came out. What else? There was a Daytona game that came out. Like, so much of, like, there was so much car culture from, like, 2000s to 2006, 2007. And it was all Japanese imports and, like, American muscle cars. Which is why in Fast and Furious, there's such a melding of the two. That's why he drives a Toyota Supra and he drives a Big Block or a Stacy. It was a fun birthday film. Probably should have chosen a bit better car film. Probably should have picked Cars. Can we watch Cars?
Is it too late to review cars?
It's too late to review Cars.
Well, Ben, happy birthday. We hope you've had a good episode.
I have had a great episode.
I think it's been really good. Really good.
I'm going to go put my penis in the exhaust.
So we've been Nerds Against Normality. Thanks for listening. Catch all of our latest episodes every Wednesday wherever you get your podcasts from. Remember, guys, we are just a small podcast and every listen counts. Yeah. That's right.
We're going up against Big Pod.
Big Pod. So please do recommend us to all of our friends, to all of your friends.
Yeah, can you tell our friends to listen to us, please?
We'll also tell our friends. Please follow, rate, like us on social media for more exclusive content. Watch Ben being shot in the face with a confetti cannon for his birthday.
I wish we.
Or eating a hot chip, or potentially losing his job.
Yep.
Some call it bullying.
I call it bullying.
If you have a question or something you want us to review, please email us at nanpodcast@outlook.com.
Yeah, please email us some film suggestions because mine keep going down the absolute toilet. Please, and I just don't want the responsibility anymore of having to pick a film. Please tell us what you want us to listen to, watch.
Tell us what you like, tell us what you don't like. But until next week, we'll see you then.
See you later.